While the beginning of October marks the first few signs of fall, at the Pregnancy Outreach Center in Williams Lake, the first 7 days of October are all about raising awareness for World Breastfeeding Week.
People don't really realize the implications of breastfeeding. Statistically, in BC has the highest rate of breastfeeding in the country, which is awesome. And we know that we want those rates to be higher because the health benefits are so great. When you breastfeed your baby, you make the perfect milk for your baby. So your milk for your baby is going to be specific for what their needs are, whether it's over their lifetime or whether it's at that time of the day. Diarrhea and severe respiratory infections are the biggest causes of childhood death worldwide. And so if all breastfed babies were breastfed first hour after birth, exclusively for 6 months and up to 2 years, it would save 800,000 child lives.
With more than 170 countries participating this week, Karen not only wants to raise awareness but also start the conversation here before it's too late.
You don't know the impact that we have in third world nations where they don't have a lot of clean water and they can't afford formula, but they perceive formula as being a product of the wealthy, and so they seek to achieve that for their own babies because they think that it's better, when actually it causes so many problems for them. And we know that formula is so expensive. One mom said that she spent $400 a month on formula. So it's just to, and the stewardship of breastfeeding for the week. Like it is an art, but it's also, if we don't protect it, it's going to be lost. And so we need to talk about it and understand it.
In fact, understanding and supporting new moms are two key factors during breastfeeding week, especially since most moms seem to have a difficult time adjusting during the first few months.
I know a lot of moms have a rough start. For me, it wasn't the beginning that was difficult. I found it very easy to start breastfeeding. My first daughter was colicky, which sort of just means she screamed a lot for unexplained reasons. And she was very uncomfortable, very gassy. And so that affected breastfeeding as well, because she wanted to nurse for comfort a lot of the time, even though she was already full. It was a very difficult first 3 months, I would say.
But imagine having to do this all in public.
Usually, like for instance, we're shopping, he's usually out like a light, but then he wakes up and he's hungry. So I'm like, okay, walk around and feed him, do our thing, but then there's always those people who just give you those looks like, what are you doing? And it's a little rude.
And at 19 years old, for young mom Danica, the stigma against breastfeeding left an emotional scar.
It was pretty hard. Because they made me feel like less of a mom when I was trying so hard.
In fact, this stigma is exactly why staff at the Outreach Center are encouraging the community to participate this week.
Sometimes breastfeeding's hard and you can't control the hard parts of it, but it makes it a lot easier to quit if people are saying to you, oh, that's disgusting, or why are you doing that in public? It just, maybe that flips a switch when you're having a hard day. So if people are saying, oh, that's awesome, I'm so glad you're breastfeeding your baby, then that might get you through the hard days.
With World Breastfeeding Week starting Thursday, October 1st, public breastfeeding is just one of many challenges highlighted this year. For more information on how you can participate in World Breastfeeding Week, visit their Facebook page.